See, I have no idea why it's not being shown on Periscope, but nonetheless, what is going on, everyone? Obi-Wan back at it again. Here in the Battle of Florida, this is week number 4. See, I have no idea. Nonetheless, what is good, everyone? As we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, not sure about Periscope. So let's continue as the doctors have cleared Rashawn Mitchell, the receiver, but he's not really healthy. So if Rashawn starts this week against Dallas with a dislocated elbow and a high chance of re-injury, no, I'm not taking that chance. Let me start Connor. All right. Dealing with negotiations with Johnson Jr. Well, you know what? Maybe you need to be traded, Johnson. Maybe that's the problem. As a matter of fact, before we get things started, go to the trade form. But let's get this training done. Alright, so Ezekiel Elliott. In vertical, 62% of the time they are running, which means I will blitz the ever-loving mess out of them. Sean Lee is the top threat. With Femi Jean coming back, just running the ball on them. Let's see, so cover 2 is their go-to. Cover 2 man. Cover 3 is not too bad, if anything. I could probably just doing the short throws and maybe throws to the flat. But yeah, let's as a matter of fact, let's replace Nate Myers with Gene. Alrighty. Hey, look at that. He's back again and starting this week. So, as far as the rotation goes, it'll be Femi Jean, Jordan Gibson, Orleans Dogwood, and Duke Johnson Jr. But again, he is tradable. I don't care what nobody else says. So yeah. Teddy did a good job last week, 451 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, defense killing it with 11 sacks. As we take a look at the Cowboys before we get things started and get that trade going. So with the Cowboys, Prescott, not too bad, 6-6, 62% completion. If anything, knowing him and knowing the way that he plays the game, I might set a QB spy on him. I set the Gruden grinder to QB spy Prescott this week. Russian Elliott's doing okay. Only 1 touchdown. In second place is Prescott. So receiving wise, They still have Des Bryant? Alrighty then. So Bryant, they also have Cole Beasley, then Terrence Williams, as well as Jason Witten. Blocking wise, let's see, Nalen with 5 sacks, Collins with 4, Cooper with 1, and then Adrian Wallace with. If anything, just try to contain Malik Jackson, as well as the middle linebacker of Hitchens. And AJ Panels isn't doing too bad, so yeah. Well, let me get this trade somewhat. Let's see, going to halfbacks. Hey, and he's a rookie. Oh, let me see what I can get for him. Okay. Um, let's see, right tackle. No, I'm not getting rid of him. Now let's take a chance. Cornerback. Well, it also depends because again, I'm still looking at cornerbacks for next year's draft, but again, I only have 2 first rounds and a 5th rounder. Let's see for receiver. So he's staying, Randall and staying. No, okay. What about Hankton? Again, let's also see at hmm. Alright, well let's look at picks real quick. Alright, what about a 4th round pick? Okay, what about that 82 press. Oh yeah, if anything, I think Brown is expendable. Let's try a 4th rounder. Yes, Slam. Madden. 18. Alright, do I really want to get rid? You know what? Might as well. Alrighty then. Okay, so Gene will get to start. And then Rise and maybe 2nd string. Yeah, okay. Alrighty then, let's get things started. We will scout college players after the game. Wait a minute. No, I can fix the cornerbacks in my depth chart. Might as well be styling. Alright. And stay with the Florida battle. And so I'm guessing that Periscope is working, so. But again, a good evening to everybody. Thank you for checking me out this evening. As we are doing the Battle of Florida. This is week 4. One more week before we face Scott with the Miami Dolphins. And in 2 weeks, it will be Sancheco for the first time. So, can't wait for that, but getting rid of all the Texas first.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Cowboys going up against the Wizards. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Orlando Wizards. Hello again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake pit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And it's funny.
Did I call timeout? Why am I calling a timeout?
One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on
Roman, don't make me bench you.
Elliott running right, uses the stiff arm. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Elliott.
Ah, shit.
Room here to run. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And
love.
What a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. .4 yards remaining now on second down. Bridgewater now from the 50. It's caught by Randall. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2 yards to go here on third down. Bridgewater.
That's not good.
Double team and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will take over possession of the football at the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Oh, come on.
Will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
You know what, Roman? I have enough yardage to F this.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
After the penalty, it's Elliott.
So can somebody tackle him? That would be great.
5-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people. So that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Prescott from the gun. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is Randall here over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On fourth down, they do snap it to Bridgewater.
Oh, you idiot.
Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And I think the coach may have some questions to answer.
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why wouldn't we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of football.
And he will
What the?
take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, no,
His
not
second
at all.
touchdown
I
of the
mean,
game, his third on the
he was
year.
going straight for the hole and it got
Cowboys
turned
will
into the
extend
corner.
their
So.
lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times have we talked about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He hits Randall, complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
Oh, I hate this animation.
He is knocked down hard. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down,
No, let's go into an animation instead of going just out on those straight.
Different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Throwing, Bridgewater, over the middle, complete. It's Connor, and he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 1st down, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Sean Lee coming hard on on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Second down, Bridgewater. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. The Jets out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Again, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Across the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. There are Witten's numbers from last week's game. 8 catches, 65 yards.
And that touchdown was his first of the year, and you know he's eager to get more of those. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They go to Elliott again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Here's Prescott. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Bridgewater now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books. 14-7 is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Orlando in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And they give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play.
Left side's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down for getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll be brought down 1 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Anthony Hitchens able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Third and goal for Bridgewater.
Jeez.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Malik Jackson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Marcus Mariota, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience.
So I can't turn straight. That's
you're now doing the
amazing.
dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw is Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Pass, look at the big man rumble. And all the way in.
That's what I'm talking about.
A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And this one complete to Witten over the middle.
So again, nobody can blitz him.
Witten and the Cowboys have a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder, with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no shortage of points scored in the first half.
It has been a fun track meet. Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
That's not good.
And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a on this game.
Okay.
He'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater. And it's caught. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 1-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Bridgewater to throw it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their
Yeah,
best.
this will probably go to
In
overtime.
their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we will send you crosstown to our studios right here in Orlando. It's Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Wizards trail at home at halftime. The Cowboys have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Cowboys have it on 2nd and 5. On the carry, there goes Ezekiel Elliott. He gone as he sprints to the end zone as they take a 7-0 lead. Down to the middle of the first. Elliott's going to take off here, and this two-play drive goes for a touchdown. Wizards line up at the 3 as they move out in front, 14-0. Jean's got nobody around him on the catch, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Now trailing by 7.
So you're not showing the 2 interceptions.
Cowboys will take it back for the touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Final seconds in the first half. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Jones is in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Orlando for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now Bridgewater. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the hand.
Ah, damn it.
For the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, Prescott. His throw incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Let's go. Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodman. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not really. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And touchdown! A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Bruce, get your... You know what?
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is.
Alright, so who was covering him?
And he's going to be run over, hit home.
Eli's punk ass.
As he'll be marked down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Shit!
A give to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The give is to Elliott, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
He'll be fine. Just add some duct tape and you'll be alright.
Prescott now on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Prescott now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here.
So
he's going to be stopped in his tracks.
don't want to go after your assignment?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down, Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodman. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know? And in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And on the
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Prescott now from the 50. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Prescott from the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And that's caught by Beasley. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive lineman won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. That's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defense in front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other
Oh,
side,
you gotta be kidding me.
a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And now he must
Really
have.
nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Prescott on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now Prescott, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, it's Prescott.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. And this one through the uprights and good. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is that balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And again this time to the
come on.
Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Here's Bridgewater. And this is Randall here over the middle. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Bridgewater now. This is caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Take the points.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
No, let's attack heavy.
Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Can you tackle the man?
Throw away. He's taken down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle.
Oh, jeez, he took his talent.
This offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Damn, aliens. Why you want to take the man's talent?
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible. But the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
Bridgewater. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Let's go.
Bridgewater to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Well, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And he'll give it here to his running back. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick
Oh,
is in.
jeez, okay.
And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Oh, jeez. It's going to be a mess when God comes to town next week. Also, and Teddy Bridgewater needs to get his act together. And of course, it's back at the main menu. I mean, why not, right? Who regress? Well, he's gonna do that. I mean, even though we still won the game, but that's besides the point. Alright. So, Sanjeko has the Giants, Goth has the Patriots. And we take a look at scouting. Before calling in a night. So again, right now, projected picks, 6th and 10th in the first round, and then a 20th pick in the 5th round. Jerron Radway, I apologize. Again, if he is available, I'll probably take him. Tyler Dunn, I'm not too sure. Ugh. What about Jabari Beckenbridge? Oh, jeez, why? Trey Levigood? Is that it? Maybe. Freeze. As a matter of fact, let me see if there's any upgrades I could do with my coach. Expert scouting and master trade negotiator. Let's do the increased player weekly goal XP. Alrighty then. Alright, so let's head back to the trading pool. Rashard Dean. Ugh. Why? Let's take a look at the only middle linebacker in the first round. And he is. Andre Lasana. Ooh, late first rounder, but still first rounder nonetheless. I don't know, it's looking like another one of those tops of drafts where you can get in and get out, so. Let's take a look at Copper D. Christopher. And we have to wait until next week. Alright. But they look promising. So I'm gonna call it a day right here. Again, Bridgewater needs to get his act together. Femi Jean did okay. Minus having no touchdown, but still. Nice comeback from injury for him. He will get to start again next week against Goff. And we'll go from there. But as a matter of fact, let me take a look at stats from Goff with the Dolphins. Alright, so Bradford closing in on 2,000. 18 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Not bad. Compared to Bridgewater. Where is he? 13 and 8, so. Take a look at rushing, and yeah, it seems to me that Joe Mixon is the leading rusher. But knowing God, he's more of a passer, so if anything, I think trying to stick to the air. Oh yeah. Alright, so I will most likely spotlight Jarvis Landry and Vincent Jackson when I get my act together. John Brown's pretty decent as well. So yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm attacked. Yeah, so looking forward to attacking the right side. and just spotlight him. And because if anything, that's really Eddie dealing with God. Pretty light in sacks, so that's not a problem. Only one interception from Bobby McCain. So let's also take a look at the depth chart for God. No, the roster. My mistake. Wait, David Johnson is hurt? I have to check that out. Alright. So again, Bradford and Gary Grayson. David Johnson, but he's injured. Joe Mixon and Donnell Pumphrey Jr. Nikita Whitlock, not bad. Receivers really isn't too bad as well. Barry Callaway isn't really too bad. He'll be a good starter for God after Tonso. Or better yet, better move. What he should have done is move Callaway to either left guard. Let's see what Parker Freeman's about. Not too bad. I think God is just waiting for me next week. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Wake and Andre Branch. If anything, I guess my battle will be with Fletcher Cox. Linebacker wise, McMillan really isn't too bad. Again, I think he's a nice centerpiece to build that defense around. Jordan Hicks isn't too bad either. Alonso as well. Only 4 cornerbacks, maybe that's kind of the problem. But Andrew Franks and Scott Northcutt. God's been doing a good job so far, so. Also see who is injured. So Corey LaFell is coming back. Rashawn Mitchell might have another 2 weeks before he comes back. So that's good. Maurice Beckham's coming back in 2 weeks as well, when facing Sanjaco. So hopefully I could get most of my starters back before round 1 with Sanjaco. Let's take a look at the Dolphins. Pouncey could be coming back against me next week. And David Johnson could be returning next week. So that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm going to call it a night there. This is Obi-Wan signing out. Have a good day, good evening, what have you. Happy XFL day. Because I like what I saw from the XFL games today. And more will be coming tomorrow. So take care. This is Obi-Wan signing out. Thank you for tuning in. I will see y'all next time. Obi-Wan out.